an employee cannot go far no matter how much you have. And he says, no wonder you find all employees, by the end of it all, hello, kuna pahali kinaumana. Sindio? And that's why they say when they are very old people, they normally say, I used to be. They only refer when they used to be. So and so. Then he says, there is no difference between an employee and a self-employed person. The two are simple employees. The only difference between an employee and self-employed is that an employee, somebody processes your salary. But a self-employed person, you process your own. But by the end of the day, you are the same. Both of you must report to work for money to show up. Are we talking? And that's why someone was saying, that's why, I don't know whether you have ever noted, there is no difference between a lawyer who has a private practice, hello, here, and a magistrate. There is no difference between a doctor who has a private practice and a doctor in the government. By the end of the day, the difference is so minor, you never notice the difference. Because people say, these are the people we normally say, they work hard. They work? How do they work hard? They say money equals time. Your pay is based on how much time you spend. So you concentrate your lives putting so much time looking for money. Because money equals, and because I can predict how long you are going to be around. And you make money at a certain rate per hour. Hello? A certain rate per day. A certain rate per month. I can actually predict your future. Because I just got to know how much is your income per hour or per day times the number of years you can work, 50. Hello? And therefore I can tell you how your future looks like. Am I talking? That's why you have discovered that in Kenya, for example, these people, they end up having only 4 accomplishments in life. I don't mind if you look at the Kenyan scenario. If you're an employee or self-employed, most of the time you either end up owning a car. Is that true? You end up putting up a plot, buying a plot somewhere. Finally, you put up a house. The issue is the size and where. Finally, you shall also put out and educate your children in the best schools, from kindergarten to university. But because your income is time bound, by the time you complete these 4 agendas, your time is up. Am I talking? Your time is? And this is why you find almost everybody gets boxed in that area. Even the car you used to buy when you had the energy, you cannot buy it in your old age. That's why some people end up even walking. Am I talking? And FEP says, what can you do to avoid that? But they also tell people that there's something that Kenya discovered. Mzungu kuna pahali alituchezea. Unajua mzungu ni hatari. Mzungu thinks very far. And remember he came to Kenya to steal. To Africa to steal. Serious? So when you were able to chase him physically, he said, I will sort you perpendicularly. I will play with your software. And that's why you find this guy is the one who crafted our education system. Is that true? Ile masomo tunasoma ni yeye alitumfanya nini? Na kuna pale Jeka Karume alisema in the small book of that book called From Chako to God. Jeka alisema, unajua mzungu when he was preparing the education system in Kenya, resistance had started. So he knew he would go. But he also knew there is no way an African should be equal to a Mzungu. And those were the days coffee, tea, pyrethrum, grade cows were for Mzungu. And no African was around to do that. Is that true? Africans were around to grow maize, millet, sorghum, cassava, and the zebu cows. So the guy therefore prepared an education system with that in mind. So he created a system where our system of education was only meant to produce servants to serve his interests. And that's why you cannot explain to me why Muzungu made sure that he produces bankers to work in his bank. But none of you should ever think about bank as a business. He ensures he produces engineers to work in his factories. And none of you should think on that direction. He produces doctors to work in his hospitals. He produces pilots to pilot the plane. But he never asks who owns them. Insurance managers. And we are so proud, saying I'm a bank manager, I am a pilot, I am a what? Because we are servants to our masters. Am I talking? So what happened therefore? Muzungu was able to hide from us where the truth is. And that's why I tell people that, and I tell you, bear me witness, all the A students by default are here. Is that true? All the sharp brains, you can be sure Muzungu made sure the guys who can challenge you will be very busy serving their masters and competing with each other. Therefore, you find it is only the guys who were not able to get the job they wanted. The guys who got D in school, who could not click mathematics, are the ones who by default went into business. And the only business they could handle was the business that's not complicated. Akasema, these guys behave like the traditional African who came to naambiwa hata before Mzungu akuje Kenya. Alikuta Wakenya wote wanaendanga kwa mto kuchota maji, si ndio? Because Mzungu alikuta sisi tunajua maji kwa mto. And we faithfully go to the river to look for water. So we get water from the river. Tunaleta nyumbani through sweating. We use it, kisha tunaenda igi. And there are people who also look for money that way. Every morning you wake up, go look for it, wherever you look for it, bring it home, spend just enough for the month. Go for more, again, and that becomes your lifestyle. Mwaka nenda mwaka ru. But when you are very busy going to the river, you are not recognizing that a time is coming when you shall have no energy to go to the river. That you shall not, your body will tell you you cannot go to the river. Lakini Mwafrika hakuangi na shida. Kazi yake tu anajua pale mwisho anajua kitaumana. Kwa hivyo maombi yake ni kuambia Mungu saidia watoto waso. Ndio kikiumana angalau waniinue pale mwisho. Si ndio? Ambia mwenzako mimi si watoto hawatanisaidia. I'll be settled. I'll be myself. Hapo sawa? And that's why we find billionaires, they create a generational wealth. Si ndio? That for them money is never an issue anymore. That for them they say it is forward, ever backward? Never. And that's what the philosophy has. And that's what Robert Kiyosaki says. These guys who get it right are called investors. They are called what? Investors. And where he actually says, investors are those people who say, as much as I'm going to the river today, and I'm aware about it, I'm aware this is not sustainable. Serious? But the water can find me in the house by gravity. Si unajua project ya maji? Where you say hii mambo ya maji ya mto haiwezekani, is not sustainable, serious? So when you are very busy going to the river, you can say, at least I have hope that one of these days, the water will find me in the river. Na ndio Mzungu alikuja Kenya akauliza wa Afrika, lazima mwende kwa mto. Lazima kila siku muamke kufuata maji. So you can tell the water also to follow you in the house. You don't have to look like Greek. Hello? And I can tell you, I'm here to tell you this. You don't have to follow money. And if you are following it now, you can give it a notice. Useme, yes, I am looking for you now, but very soon, you should also follow me wherever I am. And that's why Robert Kiyosaki says that the poor wake up in the morning to look for money. Can you see? But the rich dad, he wakes up in the morning to create a system A what? That will bring money for him one time. Therefore, the whole philosophy of FEP is saying, how can we bring as many people as possible to appreciate the language of investment? So that even if I'm an employee, I don't need to beat around the bush. I get an express highway that takes me to my investment. Even if I'm self-employed, the same. And even if I'm a trader, the same way. Because these guys, you can be sure. How? As long as you belong here, you are not sure how your 80 years look like. By the time you are 75, hello? You are not sure that you sustain. I was making fun and I was saying some people somewhere. Do you know the rich? And when your tummy is full, there is no you can bend. People say it's only when your tummy starts going backwards when you also come forward. And therefore, when you want to make sure you stand straight, make sure your tummy is up. It is good. And the only way it can be good is by your pocket remaining good forever. And that's why FEP is telling you, please, it is possible. And that's why the Bible says, when thou shalt know the truth shall set you free. And set you free indeed. Lakini hiyo njia pesa sio rahisi. And that's why FEP is telling you, please follow us. And you shall never regret. Me keep on, I've been telling people from 2002. Hata nikutana Kibaki. Do you know I'll be a billionaire by the time I turn 45? Hello? I'll surely come to be one. I have 4 years to go. Hello? But I was saying, telling them, because I want somebody to challenge me. Mwangi Oviguta was saying, Mwangi, I'll be rich like you in the next 5 years. And I have no apologies about it. Because I have a clarity of mind in me that tells me you're heading right. And that's why I keep on telling people that, to cut the whole story short, to understand this, where we are saying, you stop going to the river, hello, and create a system that will bring water to your house by gravity. Which means, therefore, if you're employed, you can say, I am the last to be employed. My children will not be employable. Hello? They will not need to be employed by anybody to make money. Me, I can go to the river, but my children will not go to the. Hello? They'll find plenty of water in the house. And therefore, FEP says, investors, they only talk about one language. About one? The language is shares. Language 2, how many companies do you own? And let me tell you, I am now in the game. And I can understand for sure why from 4 dropouts, hello, cannot run companies. I can tell you with confidence why normal people cannot run the share business. It is the most complicated affair. It requires another level of expertise. Sio? Lakini vile Jenga Karume aliniambia mimi si ati niko smart. I only met with Akina Kibaki. Who told me, please, hii mambo ya kupasua mbao kutoka Moro kuleta Nairobi. Hii mambo ya kuuza mahindi, hakuna bali itakupeleka. And he was shown how to do the share business. Na akaambia hata kama hushiki, si tunashika. Just join us and we shall do it on your behalf. In fact, he even told me the reason why he became richer than them. Hello? Not that because he was working harder than them. It is because he was so sure. This is a class 2 guy. Being given the privilege to interact with Makerere fellas. So he had such confidence that there is nothing that can go wrong with them. So when they came with a business proposal, when they are still weighing the risks and the pros, Jenga knows nothing wrong can go. He became so rich and he overtook all of them on their own platform. And that's why if you look at Jenga's wealthy to date, you appreciate what I'm talking about. And that's why I want to say this. Even today, if you hear somebody says he's a wealthy person, are we talking? Muulize maswali ngapi? Ngapi? Swali la kwanza, how many companies do you own in the Nairobi Stock Exchange or any other? If somebody cannot answer those two questions, how many companies do you own that don't need you to be there for them to run? Number 2, how many shares do you own? Yes, but I have 3 flats in Nairobi. I have 10 flats in Juapi. I have matatos, I don't know where. I'm the distributor of cement in which region? Hello? Those are the people you tell them, I appreciate what you are telling me. And I appreciate you. But can you agree you are not wealthy? You are simply born among the poor. You understand? And that simply tells people, there is nothing as good as focusing right. Serious? And that's what I tell people. I better be a tortoise in the right direction. Hello? Than being a cheetah in the wrong. Because you must be a cheetah running very fast, that you are one among the poor. But you are actually heading in the poverty direction. Yesterday, I was coming from Tharaka-Nithi, I told you. So I stopped somewhere. One of the guys who was 3 years ahead of me in university, anatoka kina Muthuri, tukasimama tukaongea naye hapo. And for sure this guy has the Miguu 26 ya mafuta. He used to work with Kenya Rail. Jamaa ananiambia kuna 12 lorries. Miguu 26 brand new. So I found him in a petrol station supervising. Ati kuna shida mafuta ikiwekwa haitoshei, sijui kuna calibration problem. And the guy was telling me the way he is making my friend, you are in Total Chaos. How long will you supervise this? How long will you supervise this? And I was telling him, this is a disaster in the waiting. Am I talking? Total disaster in the waiting. And I took 20 minutes to just convince him. You are simply a cheetah in the wrong. This is not sustainable. And I was telling them, in your old age, you surely cry. And I thank God by the time we parted ways. Hello? He told me, if there's a day I will never forget, it's the day we have met with you. Am I talking? Yeah. And therefore, I'm only here to focus you and say, some of you especially who came to diaspora, you may have come here for different reasons. But I know the greatest effort was to chase money. Serious? Good money. But do you know you people in diaspora are the worst? Because you left Kenya because the Kenyan shilling is very poor. That you are earning 20 times what Kenyans are earning. Is that true? Hello? But do you know you might be coming to Kenya and just find those guys with their funny shillings, they are always ahead of you. And I tell people that the worst you can ever do is to have come from Buruburu before you came to Sweden. And after staying here in Norway for 20 years, you go back and stay in Buruburu again. What was the reason for coming? If we cannot see a radical change that will justify your coming, and that's why I'm just here to focus you right. I'll tell you, it is not working hard. It is working smart. And it is just getting it right and be on the right foundations. I keep on telling people as an architect, how many of you know that the worst business you can ever do is be a landlord? That you come here and make a lot of money and then you send money to buy plots. Na kujenga. Let me tell you, you are headed for destruction. Hakuna mahali utaenda. Juzi nilikuwa Boston. Na mzee mmoja tukakutana hapo. Amekaa 27 years in Boston. Hello? Let me tell you the story because he gave me the story. Before I come to the fundamentals. Yeah. This guy was telling me he has been in Boston for 27 years. So I started calculating for me. He has an apartment in Githurai 44. He's getting 143,000 per month. Akona apartment ingine umoja, he's getting 17,000. He told me he has a house in Georgia Road. He gets 45,000. Are we together? Yeah. And he actually told me he's now completing the last building in Embakasi, which is planning to get 115,000. How is that? Before he comes back next year. After 27 what? Yes. So I was telling him, are you telling me now after staying all those years, you are going to be worth about 400,000 per month? Are we together? Hello? And I was asking, must you go to Boston all those 27 years? Kupiko na baridi hiyo yote. Only to come with the Kenya 400,000 per month. Nilikuwa namwambia, times in Kenya have changed. Hello? Hii mshahara ya 1,400 ni ya casual. Unajua casuals? Wala mnaita MCA. The guys in the village, sindio? Are the ones earning 400 what? Am I communicating? And that's why I tell people, have you ever discovered that the billionaires don't become radicals? Umewahi ona Kibaki akiwa na apartment? Ama ameshoke? Have you ever heard them? Even if by mistake they end up being a radical, not in Easterns. Not in Githurai. About ça? There are things they don't do.
But you have to start somewhere.
No. Let me tell you. When your foundations are right, there are things you would do. That's why you find whether it is Kibaki in Nyeri. Even when there were Kanu products that were free, he has nothing in Nyeri. Whether it's Philip Budewa, he comes from Kirinyaga, where he come from. Even when they couldn't get free Kanu products, he has nothing in Kirinyaga. You understand? They have no property in Eastlands. Why? Because they know from the word go, you see biashara? See biashara. It is actually walking negative. You know, walking backwards. And I tell people to get the story right. If you happen to be a landlord in Eastlands, hello? It's just the same as Matato business. Matato? Anybody with Matato, no matter how many you have, you are simply a cheater in the wrong direction. I'm telling you, finally, get of manner. And you ask those people about Matato since independence, who has ever made it? Mwisho unakuta Matatu imetoka kwa barabara, and the guy has nothing. And every time you ask them, can you tell me what happened? Imagine nobody has an answer. Wanasemanga tu ya Mungu ni mengi. Inaishia hapo. Because I simply saw things disappear as they walk. And why am I saying that? There are things that we do. Hello? And we are so sincere and we think we are getting it right. And that's why somebody said that sometimes we are so sincere what we do. And we do it so sincerely. What they had to declare was 107 billion. Which means even if you divide the 107 billion by 47 counties, it is simply telling you, on average, every county makes 2.5 billion. The banks made 2.5 billion every county in Kenya. Are you seeing that? Are you also aware that there are 250 working days in a year? Hello? What does that tell you? That every day, the county makes 10 million profit per day per county. Can you imagine? Every county is making 10 what? Million shillings every. They open for 8 hours. That's about 1.2 million per hour. I don't know which county you come from. But I know if you go back to your county and you think seriously, do you know all the trainers of your county, all the shops you combine them in the whole county, all the traders you think of in that county, all the matatos in your county combine them, and all the tea farmers and the coffee farmers, they don't make 10 million per day. Am I communicating? Yeah. Are you aware that the banks in Kenya, 78% of the banks are owned by Muzungu? Hello? Are we talking here? 78% of the banking system in Kenya is owned by, or the Kenyans are very busy with the shops. That is the equation FEP is addressing here. Na kwa sababu Mzungu aliambia ukikuta mtu mjinga amelala ufunikie blanketi ya pi. But we are simply telling people that by God's grace, mjinga akirefuka, whenever you come shaka, that is what you are talking about. Because you go, that's why you go to the Western countries. I'm sure even including Norway, foreigners don't own banks. Is that true? Foreigners don't own insurance. Foreigners don't own TV here. So, because they know the core center of the economy are those areas. But it's only in Africa where the game changes. Do you know that 2 weeks ago, last month, I took 210 people, FEP members. We took them to Singapore, we took them to Malaysia and Bangkok. And it was so surprising the way everybody was confirming, because they know Kenya so well. And they were saying, Kenya is known all over the world to be the most educated nation. Hello? The most hardworking nation. The most enterprising nation. With the most self-driven people. But they were saying the only weakness those guys have that will eat them forever. They are very powerful in a very singular way. Every Kenyan has 3 million. Every Kenyan has 4 million. Am I talking? But you know, your 4 million means nothing to nobody. And nobody will ever notice your 3 million. But if only Kenyans can combine their 3 million, they start talking about billions, everybody will feel you. Are we talking? Unakumbuka ile geography ya class 6? Where you are told the higher you go, the cooler it becomes? That's the philosophy. Once you get it right, let me tell you, never regret it. To cut the whole story short, before some people disappear. Because it is through shares, you become a beneficiary of dividends for the rest of your life. And therefore, because by just joining FEP, you become a beneficiary of the 15 companies. You understand? The issue is how many shares do you? Which means question 1 is sorted for you. How many companies do you own? But the issue of how many shares do you have? 3 weeks ago, a man called Chris Kirubi was featured in the TV. And he was being asked, how wealthy are you? How rich are you? The guy said, I can't know how. It's not possible for me to know my wealth. And I was saying, Kenyans are thinking this guy is proud. But can I confirm if this guy is not proud? Because you find Chris Kirubi owns 932 million shares in the Nairobi Stock Exchange. How many shares?
932 million.
932 million. So you find in the morning the share was 5 bob. Jioni imefika shilingi bi? Shilingi 7. Imepanda shilingi ngapi? Which means his wealth the same day has grown by 1.8 billion. Do you know, even for him appearing in TV alone and saying how Centum is planning to go ahead, Shade Panda. Are you aware? That is a game of investors. Let me give you example 2. I know all of you saw a guy called Jim Nabado, Senor, campaigning to be a governor of Nairobi. The guy spent a cool 532 million and lost the game. And some people thought, what a joke. Little do you know that Jim was just playing a game like golf, where you know, ukiingia hapo you either lose or, and doing that was okay. So 3 weeks ago in July, or 4 weeks ago, end of July, I remember, the paper said the wealth of Jim Nabado in the Nairobi Stock Exchange has grown by 2.6 billion from January 2014 up to 30th June. Let's gapi? 2.6? So he lost half a billion, but now he has gained 2.6 billion. That's a game of the rich. Whether it's Kibaki or Mishoki, those guys, the only language they talk about is shares and what? Shares and shares and shares. That's the only place you can ever lose. I tell people that they are the ones who bring the economy. When the mwananchi is very busy saying maisha imekuwa gumu, tunaomba serikali ingilie kati. Hello? Mwenye nchi yuko huko, he is ahead of the gun. That's why FEP is telling you, how can we help you? Number 1, engage at the right time. Play the game of multiplication so that by the end of the day, you have enough shares that will make sense to you, and those shares are spread across so many companies. Do you know Chris Kirubi owns that 1 companies?